Hi y'all.
Welcome back.
Hey everybody.
You never wait for the sound thing to start. You say hey y'all.
Oh yeah, Charles. Yeah.
Oh. Hi everyone. Welcome to Onion Trees. The sound might sound a little weird because this is a new setup.
It's a new environment.
Yeah,
we're a little farther from the mic than usual,
but it's very cozy.
Yes.
Yeah.
Ooh, I can get all the way back here.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
It's really nice.
Oh, wait,
Yeah, I'm looking at the sound thing and we're fine.
Oh, okay.
I'm a little quiet if I yell.
Actually,
if I just move up.
Yeah.
If you sit up more, things will be better.
Yeah. Also, we could just move the table up a little bit more, but that
is true.
Yeah, because
that'll make a lot of noise.
Yeah, but that's
I'm not sure if this is fine. No, wait, you had tea.
Mine's in the
Look,
fridge.
I had root beer. This is yours.
It's okay because mine's in the fridge, cooling off to a nice temperature.
That's what the ice is for.
Here, let me hold up, Brett. Let me.
So what have you all been up to?
Oh, you know.
Did you get a refill before we left?
I did, yeah. But I've been drinking it.
Okay, then this is yours.
You know, just having
Everything's okay.
a nice life. Work is a pain in the butt, but that's fine.
That's okay.
Yeah. I'm making.
Wait, I can grab this now. I'm doing some stuff in BioShock, just to make sure we're all caught up.
There we go. Okay.
So if you hear my controller, that's what's happening.
Or if you hear the slight hum of the PS4.
Yeah, that's it. But
I've been.
Fuck, I read it.
But yeah, guys, what's been going on?
What's
lately?
the haps?
I've been reading a lot of Western novels. As in, like, Wild West, not...
Western written?
Western, yeah. And I fucking love them. I also have a Band-Aid on my head. But it's not open.
It's not out of this
Yeah,
package.
Charles had a headache, and I thought the best solution for that would be a Band-Aid.
I'll be honest, kind of helped.
It's kind of helped, yeah. See, I told you. People take underestimate Band-Aids.
Psychotherapy.
Psychotherapy.
Or what is it?
Placebo
Pseudomedicine.
Yeah.
But yeah, Westerns are fun. Get your ass out of my face, Brett.
It was only there for a little bit. Calm down.
Yeah. I'll put those stoppers so you won't be
fucking gunfights and horse chases.
I don't want to point this out because we're not recording, but that foot was a jiggling.
God damn.
They're just a good time, especially like.
Do you have any authors you want to recommend, or that you?
So far, I've only read William Johnstone or Johnston. I don't know how to.
How's it spelled?
Johnstone.
With an E?
Yeah.
Does it have a T in it?
Yeah.
Is it like a stone? Like a rock?
Right.
Yeah, I don't see what you're saying. If it didn't have the E, I would say Johnston.
Okay. Well, either way.
That's all I needed. Get out of my face.
But so far I've only. But the dude's got like 300 novels.
Oh, okay.
He's got a lot of novels.
So it's either like he's writing a fuck ton, or he's writing like really quickly.
Well, he's been writing.
Or he's been writing for a long time.
He actually died in 04. And he's been getting published since like 79, I think.
Okay, yeah, that's a long time.
Yeah, he's been writing for a while. And he started writing in like
just go around. After this, if you want, I can just go.
If he got published in the 70s, I would imagine he had works like dating back to the 50s.
Probably.
Because it usually takes a while for just authors in general to be published.
Yeah. Well, I mean,
if you have connections in that world already, it's super easy. But
Yeah.
if you're like fresh, just a nobody, essentially. I'm not saying like, John Stone is a nobody, but like that's...
Yeah, he's one of the most prolific American authors.
Yeah, no. I'm saying like, when you start, it would be like, yeah, you're not really a known person.
Actually, one of the books I got, was actually the first one in a... So, it's... I don't know what exactly is going on, but it's sort of like a Tom Clancy situation where there's still... Well, no, like, because Tom Clancy's dead, but there's still Tom Clancy books coming out.
Oh, yeah.
So there's still books coming out.
There's also, games and shit. Those things aren't actually written by Tom Clancy.
Well, yeah.
Or they do what they did for Queen and Michael Jackson and Prince. where they go into the
unreleased
archives.
shit.
Yeah. But I know that some people like Tolkien's family, they're really protective of the shit. Like they're really apprehensive about people making a Hobbit movie.
I don't.
His estate.
Yes. So,
crossbow damage.
J.A. Johnstone was William Johnstone's niece. I don't know if she's the one writing them.
The successor.
Well, yeah, I'm pretty sure she's the one writing a lot of the novels.
And she's just like ghostwriting,
so it doesn't.
No,
get back
because
to
she's
still credited.
Yeah, it's like William Johnstone and J.A. Johnstone. Like I said, it's like a Tom Clancy thing because one of my favorite authors actually.
Well, I think at this point Tom Clancy's just a brand name.
Yeah.
I know. There's one book series my friend reads. It's called the Wheel of Time series, and they're those giant chunk books at like Barnes and Nobles and shit that are quite a fucking journey to read.
Jesus.
And
I think I've actually heard of that.
The guy doing it died partway through doing it, so his son is completing his work for him. Don't know how well I was heard on the mic, but
you're fine. I'll bump it up. I'll make sure to listen to this a little bit.
You should give Sam one of those like hook mics.
Dude, those are expensive.
Dude, yeah, I know. I was looking at one because I saw a podcast yesterday. I was like, I wonder how much those things cost.
Ideally, that would be very nice to eventually have if our production value gets to that point.
Yeah, dude. Freaking. Another part that I was gonna say was that I have started I've had a book series for quite a while. For like 4 years.
So get the camera out.
Get the camera.
He's walking.
But for some reason,
he's walking.
I have a hard time comprehending what I read.
Yeah.
Which is
your reading comprehension isn't the best.
And
you gotta make a movie in your head.
It's hard. I'm not good at imagining stuff. Well, that's a lie, but I don't know. Something about words on a paper just don't click with me. I don't know. Maybe because I really just didn't pay attention in high school. I don't really know.
Reading comprehension is usually a thing they teach like in middle school.
Middle school? Yeah, I guess I was rebellious. Dude, I was a terrible person in middle school.
Everyone's rebellious and like terribleness comes at some stage in between like middle school and high school, so you're fine.
I've been reading since I was like 5 years old.
Yeah.
I've been reading I think the first novel I read was the first Harry Potter book, and I've read all of them.
When I was in 5th grade, I took like some reading comprehension test or some shit, and it was like
off the charts and shit.
I don't know, and like it was like you read at a 12th grade reading level, and I was like I don't know what that means, but it sounds fancy.
It's the fans.
It sounds like
How
I'm
old were you
impressive.
at the time?
I was in 5th grade, so I was like 10.
That's impressive. You were reading at the level of someone who was damn near 10 years older than you.
Oh yeah. But like as I grew older, I just like stopped reading and started playing video games more and more. It's just, like,
I actually I pissed off my U.S. history teacher because I got in that my senior year of high school. I got into the Game of Thrones series, Fire and Ice, and so I plowed through that series in like fucking like the school year.
I wanted to make a joke about plowing, like
yeah,
because it's Game of Thrones.
Yeah,
but I don't know any of the characters.
So wait, like
plowing like fucking Jamie Lannister plows his sister.
Yeah, dude, I was gonna say Jon Snow because I only know Jon Snow.
I know nothing.
I'm not really
I don't.
I don't know. I'm not an avid fan of that series because I haven't gotten into it. But I don't really care. But why was everybody upset about the ending?
Because from my understanding, is the ending they rushed through things and like.
And it was very lackluster.
Yeah, it was very rushed.
Oh, okay.
So they didn't take time to.
But I don't think it was like producer meddling. I think it was just they fucked up.
They ran out of budget and time. Like they didn't have.
Congratulations, Jon Snow.
Yeah. Exactly. That's just what happened. And also, like, I think it's pretty well known that what's the writer's name?
George R. R. Martin.
That Martin.
He doesn't like the ending.
He doesn't like the ending, and also he doesn't have the book series done.
He's not done.
So they were flying.
Yeah.
The writers of the show were flying by the seat of their pants.
I was so pissed off because I saw a George R. R. Martin book when I was at Walmart buying. I mean, I wasn't there to buy that Western novel I bought.
Started a timer because I don't know what timer.
Who cares?
We're at like 10 minutes.
Oh. Okay.
Yeah, we've got time. But it was a fucking prequel novel. And it was like this thick. George, finish the book series first. Mr. R.R. Martin, please. You're very old. Finish the ice of the what Fire and Ice? Ice and Fire?
Song of Fire and Ice.
Fucking...
Finish your book series first.
I just remember seeing like an article and the picture for it. And the article's title was George R.R. Martin Keeps Procrastinating, and it's him in one of those giant like balloon ball things.
Yeah.
And I'm like, I love this man, but he's really got to get his fucking situation in order.
Like, I don't care if you never write another book.
I need more money to
finish.
buy it. Oh, okay.
Finish Fire and Ice. I need it. Huh? I've read every book in that series so far.
Well, then you can read the fanfic.
Fuck that. I'm gonna have to.
Yeah.
At this fucking rate.
That's what a lot of people do when like their favorite thing isn't going so well or isn't like doing what they want them to.
Well, no. The books are fine. The books are so fucking different from the
Netflix or HBO.
Yeah. Well, it follow the first series follows Game of Thrones to a T. It's like. It's the book. If you watch series
once they run out of source material, that's when
but
things
the
start
thing
getting
is,
shaky.
Well,
they start diverging in like season 3, and they had plenty of fucking source material.
Yeah, there's clearly a point when they're like, we're not really going to use the books too much. Okay. We're going to use the story beats, but we're not going to use the book.
That sounds like a Walking Dead situation.
Yeah,
very much so.
And you know why they're allowed to make the show, right? Because they guessed Jon Snow's lineage, which is stupid. Because I've met a lot of people who were like, before the show was a thing, I knew where he came from.
Yeah.
It's a really stupid way of determining who can do the show.
Because George R.R. Martin thought it was a well-kept secret, because not everyone like publicly went like, oh, that's who Jon Snow is. But like,
so it was just a lack of people actively talking about it, but it was a known knowledge.
Well, because it was one of those things where like they didn't want to spoil it for people who didn't know.
It's
supposed to be like
everyone has told me it's kind of apparent.
Yeah, it's
not in your face, but if you do like a good amount of thinking, you'll come to the same conclusion.
Yeah, all the clues are there.
It's like before the ending of A New Hope, before like Darth Vader goes like, Luke, I am your father. It's like the clues are already there. They're like, yeah, you can tell Darth Vader is his father.
Yeah, kinda. Yeah. Do you care about?
Oh fuck no.
Okay.
Spoilers for Game of Thrones.
I mean, it's already been revealed in the show.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Show's over. It's fucking.
Oh yeah, it's over and no one cares about it anymore.
No, we care.
Yeah, people care about everything except the last season.
Alright, yeah.
And it's really not even the season. It's like the last few episodes.
Yeah.
Fucking so. You don't know shit about fucking Game of Thrones, do you?
I only know you know nothing, Jon Snow.
Okay.
That's literally
I gotta explain the plot of Game of Thrones.
I'm with you in the same boat.
Are you just trying to explain to who his parent is?
Yeah.
It's Rhaegar Targaryen, right?
Yeah, his dad, and then his mother is Ned Stark's sister.
Yes.
I know some names, so
yeah.
Okay.
So like, you can stop me if I'm wrong.
Okay.
But Rhaegar Targaryen was in charge. Like he was seated at the Golden Throne at the time. Not Golden, Iron Throne.
Yeah. Actually, it's been a while since I read the books, but I think he was. I'm not sure he was like the king yet.
Yeah.
He was the son of the king.
In line.
Yes, he was the son of the king.
The Iron Throne is the thing that looks really shitty with all the swords sticking out.
Fuck you! It looks shitty. It looks awesome.
It
looks so
I'm not
cool.
gonna comment on it. I thought it looked pretty cool.
Yeah.
I was just shitposting. It looks. My only complaint is why are there so many swords?
I'll tell you.
It's
because a king should never be comfortable on his throne.
Oh.
Those swords are not just they're sharp.
Yeah.
Those swords are sharp.
They
will cut you if you get too comfortable.
It's
Joffrey in the books and in the show never actually sits on the Iron Throne. At least for not.
I get
the
symbolism of it. Like you don't want your king to be idle, and like I get that.
I think they mentioned that.
I thought it was a great metaphor.
There's a throne that he does sit on, but when he's addressing somebody, he has to sit on the Iron Throne to show like.
Because he's the king.
Yeah. I know there's a funny thing where the Queen of England visited the set, and then they were trying to get her to sit on the throne, and then she said, "I'm not allowed to sit on a foreign throne."
I mean, okay, it's not. Sit on the iron chair.
Sit on the chair of swords.
No, but
It's like the Cup of Swords, but with chair.
Yeah.
With swords.
Cup of swords.
Cup of
Yeah,
Swords.
it's the things in the tarot.
Rhaegar Targaryen was like, he was in line to be the king, and there was like a jousting tournament or some shit.
I like
I
how
think
this
so.
is now just a Game of Thrones episode.
We're talking about books.
Yeah.
He won and was given like a bouquet of blue roses.
Yeah.
It's like a bouquet of swords.
Yeah.
Thrones. It's all about swords.
It's all about the sword.
And he gives it
Live
to...
by the sword, die by the
Do
sword.
you remember his mom's name? Was it Nessa?
I think so. Or Narissa.
Yeah.
What?
Please, no, hit the share button. Hit the share button.
Oh god.
Yeah, you can save it.
Square.
Square. Whatever. We'll look at that later.
Yeah, we'll get it later.
And he gifted it
To Ned Stark's sister.
Yeah. I'm trying to
Basically-
remember her name. I think her name...
I think it starts with an N. Whatever. Someone will correct us.
Just one second, get some money supplies. Yeah, I'm just gonna get this up.
And she was already going to be married. And then but she realized that she loved Rhaegar.
And the thing that makes this
Cigarettes.
kind of like because the Targaryens were not well loved by the people as the
Because wasn't there... No.
their dad was fucking insane.
Yeah, their dad
And then-
was insane, and that made everyone doubt Rhaegar.
Yes.
And then she ran away with him, and he took her to the Tower of Passion.
Yeah.
I don't know.
It's really weird because it's called the Tower of Passion, and it suspiciously looks like a dick. It's a tower.
Yes.
And George R. R. Martin was not slick there. And
We're onto your game,
she was-
Mr. Martin.
she was dying.
No, we can't call him George because that's what we call George Lucas.
Yeah.
She was
Damn it, George.
She was dying giving birth to John, and then when they came in,
Because there was a civil war.
yeah,
Ned Stark and Robert Baratheon.
I'm sorry, I kind of spaced out, so I was barely paying attention to any of that. it's just like whenever anyone talks about something that I don't have a history with, I just like go. I have 1,000-yard stare. I'm like, yeah.
Sometimes I get like that when you guys talk about DBC. I'm not gonna lie, but I try to absorb as much information as I can. But
It's just
sometimes
there's so many like names and proper nouns being
Yes.
thrown around that I'm lost.
Okay. Have you
anyways, as his sister's dying,
Sean Bean and fucking
Yeah.
Sean Bean.
Ned Stark, for memory of his sister, decides to adopt John. And so the reason why his name is Jon Snow is because if you're a bastard in the north, your last name is the same as every other bastard, which is Snow.
Oh, okay.
In the south, I think it's Flower.
I think it depends on who the, like what.
That's one.
It's one of them.
Really?
Yeah.
There was a joke. So I don't know. I know you know this comic, and Zane probably knows this comic. You know the guy who does the "I turned Internet Explorer into a waifu."
Yes.
He did one for the last episodes of Game of Thrones, and it was Danny calling John Sand because he's not really gonna be king because he's a bastard. It's like Jon Snow, you were born a Targaryen, so you're John Sand, or something. That's also they left like a Starbucks cup.
Yeah.
There was also a water
So he
bottle.
has her drinking a Starbucks cup.
There was also a scene where one of the background characters just had a water bottle between his legs.
Yeah.
They really
They
like
did not care in the last.
Yeah, they were
fucking
just
season.
like, we're done. We don't. We're fucking getting this over with.
So where were we?
They really let themselves go. I just said that Ned is
Yeah.
now in charge of Jon Snow.
And it was a whole to do because
People
people
sorry, because you said Ed and then fixed it to Ned. My brain was just like the Ned boys.
Life has many door, Ned boys.
So it was this whole thing because he didn't tell people that John wasn't his son. He told people that John was his son. That he was his bastard. And you're not supposed to legitimize a bastard.
Yeah.
But he didn't because there had just been a civil war against the Targaryens, so he didn't want people to know that John was a Targaryen. And
because that would have people
It would've made him a
came
target.
after him.
Yeah.
Killed him.
And so.
Anyways, long story
Yeah.
short, Daenerys Targaryen marries her nephew.
Oh.
Yeah, that just seems commonplace for Game of Thrones.
Well,
it's because
it's not-
Game of Thrones is based off of like real world things, like the
I
War of
know.
the Roses, and so
Yeah.
they're trying to be
Yeah.
like monarchs would constantly marry each other.
Yeah,
with family.
they inbred.
Ugh.
Inbreed.
At least it's not like.
It keeps the bloodline pure.
So.
That doesn't make sense.
You don't want an outsider taking the crown.
Oh, okay. No.
Yeah, it's not even necessarily about keeping the bloodline pure. It's about. I mean, that's part of it, but it's more about consolidating power.
Yeah.
It's like, if my son, because I don't have a son, can't be king, then I'll marry my daughter to my nephew. I still technically have power.
Yeah.
It's a weird fucked up thing.
Wow.
That they.
It's
It's a lot of nepotism.
At least it wasn't like Daenerys married her brother or something.
Yeah, that'd be weird. That'd be fucked up.
Like nephew, you're pushing it, but
There's this.
it was a different time.
There's this one time I was over at my brother's house, and him and his wife were watching, I think, Game of Thrones. It also might have been the Vikings show, which seems just like
Vikings.
yeah, it
It's
seems
called
just,
Vikings.
Yeah, I know, but
It looks really good. I haven't seen a whole lot
to
of
me,
it.
it just seems like a Nordic version of Game of Thrones.
I mean,
like from how they shoot it and like the way it feels.
I think
You're not wrong.
I think style-wise it is, but I
Yeah,
think
yeah, yeah.
storytelling it's much different.
Because
yeah.
I wasn't paying attention. 'Cause
Also,
there's,
I
like,
think it's based on true events.
Yeah.
the scene was like there's this dude like having sex with a woman. I was like, all right, cool. I'm not here for this.
We're going for the sexual shock factor here.
But so actually in the books, I don't know if it happens in the show, but so Jaime Lannister is he's the blonde guy. Okay.
I know who you're talking about. Jaime Lannister is the son.
He's
of,
the guy that looks like Prince Charming from Shrek.
Oh my god.
You don't.
Point is, he fucks his sister, and then at some point he gets his hand cut off.
For
And he-
fucking his sister.
No,
Oh,
it's like
completely
battle,
unrelated.
It's battle related, isn't it?
Yeah, it was either a duel or it was an actual battle.
Yeah.
And he kind of goes crazy for a while, but then he realizes, hey, maybe I shouldn't have fucked my sister.
Well, yeah,
That's
because his
pretty fucked
sister's
up.
fucking terrifying.
She's insane.
How insane.
And now,
Pretty fucking crazy.
if Charles is saying that and he likes crazy chicks,
Yeah. No, this is like not cute crazy. This is like,
I'm like,
it's like psycho ward crazy.
yeah.
And
She
I like
goes.
the blue.
oh, it looks so badass.
Yeah.
dude.
Exactly. It's not like
Quirky. It's
Yeah.
not quirky.
It's
It's
not
like,
quirky.
I'm gonna fucking murder a lot of people because I have the power to. And it's like,
no one can stop me.
oh, okay. Backing up away from this country.
But I honestly, the books are great. I will say Dance with Dragons, I mean, I get, so, in the latest book in the series so far, he focuses on, what's the other continent besides Westeros, do you know?
No.
It's the one where Daenerys
For
is.
the longest time, I
Isn't it
thought
the Iron Isles?
No, that's the northern
small-
portion.
Yeah.
That's the northern portion of Westeros where
I can
the
look at
Raiders.
for the
live.
longest time I thought Westeros is where Westworld took place.
I'm gonna hurt you.
Come on, Brett.
I don't know this story. I
Westworld
think
takes
go back
place
here.
in Westworld.
I don't know that. I've never
There's
seen
a-
that either.
The whole thing with Westworld is
like things are fake. They're like cyborgs
Yeah,
running
there
around
is.
and shit.
Yeah,
Yeah,
and
there-
there's a safe behind him.
but there's like a world for there's like a Lord of the Rings world.
Yeah.
And you can go and basically live in that world for a little while.
It's like Black Mirror, a little bit
It's yeah.
with its theming.
What are you talking about now?
Westworld.
Oh, okay.
Because you were looking up the continent.
Yeah.
I have a very
Essos.
Essos?
Yeah, it's
Okay.
Westeros and Essos.
East. Anyways,
least.
I know that you said Reese.
I have a very weird transition to my next topic, but if y'all don't have anything else.
Oh no, I wasn't done. I was waiting for him to. So
I
in
never
the
had
latest
a thought.
in the latest book in the series, Dance with Dragons, they take a break from all the shit happening in Westeros and focus on the characters that are in Essos.
To build the world more.
Well, it's not even to build the world, because each book doesn't follow the same... It changes the point of view. Like, pretty much each chapter is a different, like, character's point of view. And so... There's a shitload of characters that he's got going on.
I just want to make sure.
And so, in Dance with Dragons, he focused on the characters that were in Essos. So you've got Tyrion Lannister, best boy. What's the fucking saying? He says, I think he's, I'm probably gonna butcher it, but he says, if I could pray with my cock, I'd be much more religious. I'm like, I love this man. So Tyrion Lannister,
it's about him fucking.
He's a horn dog.
I just wanted to make sure you weren't like, pray with your cock. The fuck is that?
There we go.
His cock grows little hands. Like this, yeah.
It's not little, actually.
From what I've heard. The hands will be little.
Yeah, hands will.
I mean, proportional to him.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's normal size for us, but for him, it's huge. Actually, I think it's big for a normal sized person.
Yeah, I think that's how it's described.
Is that the guy played by
Peter Dinklage?
Yeah, him. Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, his Dinklage is pretty big.
Damn.
I don't know that anyone's ever made that fucking joke before.
I'm sure someone has.
Just not like on the internet.
I don't know.
Anyways, so he's in Essos.
You have to duck under
He's fucking Daenerys Targaryen is in the chick with the dragons. Is it?
Is that from the meme of her going?
Kind of, yeah.
Is that her?
She had the long white hair.
Okay, then yeah, that's the meme lady.
Yeah.
That's the meme lady.
Arya Stark is in Essos, I believe. Yes. Who else? Jorah Mormont is still alive. Mormont, not Mormon.
George of Latter-day Saint.
Who else? But because I loved Jon. I still love Jon Snow's storyline, at least in the books. And so but he's in Westeros right now. He's up at the Wall, and so he wasn't in the latest book, and it pissed me off. It's still a good book, but it's not what I was just interested in. Well, because like I was interested in Jon Snow's storyline, but it's not in Dance with Dragons. So I'm like,
Nah.
You keep saying Dance with Dragons, and my mom just goes, Dances with Dragons? We're like, no, that's Dances with Wolves. That's a completely different thing.
But yeah, that's Game of Thrones in a nutshell.
God, sounds amazing.
The books are fantastic, and this show is good.
It's just not last season. It's serviceable.
Well, actually,
the last season is serviceable.
First season is definitely fantastic. After spoilers, after they kill Ned Stark, it just kind of goes downhill. But it's the hill is really tall, so
it takes a while.
It takes a while.
And it's a really like smooth, steep.
And then it's not very steep. Season 8.
Yeah, then it's just it's a very smooth curve, and then just all of a sudden they drop off.
Yeah.
I think we have it.
Less of a hill, more of a mountain. Anyways, but season 1 is what?
The Mountain.
Oh yeah.
See, I know that one.
Yeah, because that man's a fucking unit.
I get that reference.
He broke a world record that was a myth.
Really?
Yeah. I forgot.
Oh, it was like a Scottish thing, right?
No, it was Viking.
Viking, okay.
And it was like...
They're Scottish, right?
It was...
They're Scottish Vikings.
Sure. It was essentially picking up a boat, like a Viking boat, yeah, and moving it 7 steps.
And he moved it like 10?
Yeah.
What the fuck?
Yeah.
He didn't like pick it up, but he was able when it was beached, he alone pulled it forward.
Oh my god.
Was it was
the
just
myth,
the ship?
Yeah, the myth was one man pulled like a ship 7 steps onto shore. and then his was 10 steps or something.
Had no one like even tried to do that before?
I think it's because it was a myth, and no one was like, "Oh, okay."
People just assumed like.
I think he also
impossible.
already had a world record under his belt, and it was.
I mean, I've seen some fucking strongmen do some crazy shit.
He can lift the most in the world.
When he's pumping iron, does he feel like he's coming?
What?
Maybe.
That's a thing Arnold Schwarzenegger said.
Oh,
Really?
Oh yeah.
I'm not making
that
that
weird
up.
ass. Was it like a documentary or
It was a
something?
documentary about
Yeah.
bodybuilding.
I feel like I'm coming
Yeah.
Basically.
every time I pump iron.
Oh Jesus!
He was swinging.
It's because we were supposed to do that when we were first here.
Yeah, because
Okay.
you had to be in the perfect position for it to freeze you over, but we just grabbed the tonic at an angle.
And ran.
So it's just like, yeah, we're just
You
out
cheated the system.
Yeah, I love that.
This is the second time we've come back to the first level for a surprise and just beat the shit out of it.
Oh god, I love this game.
Alright, well, we were speaking of Game of Thrones. You know what's similar to Game of Thrones? Lord of the Rings. And you know who worked on Lord of the Rings? What a Workshop.
Okay.
You know who went to What a Workshop?
Was it you?
Adam Savage.
Oh yeah. Okay.
That's
Great
my
fucking segue.
That's my weird ass transition too.
I've heard worse transitions.
That's my weird ass transition to talking about Adam Savage's YouTube channel and also I think website called Tested.
We're done with that.
Where he
yeah,
just like him and he has some people that he hired like work on shit and like build stuff.
Okay, cool. I just have to remind myself when it's plus.
I don't want to say what I'm thinking because it's not. It's.
I should like show you.
Just
I guess
say
it's not terribly racist.
If
But it's a little racist.
Well, it does.
I was
Oh, okay.
Come on!
Yeah, no, you're not saying that.
Oh, come on!
I think you're done.
It's funny, but it's fucked up.
Yeah, that's everything down.
But yeah, like usually my favorite part, my favorite.
Now people are gonna think
Wait,
it's
no,
like
we already
super bad.
It's not like terrible.
Yeah.
It's just
a stereotype.
It's a stereotype.
The stereotype.
Just the way you said it, that's what popped into my head.
No!
He goes, no! He just goes, some people he hired.
Yeah. Yeah, like
I saw that Iron Man suit video
yeah.
where he built one or something.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And like the Iron Man suit he built apparently withstands bullets and like C4.
Wow.
I was like, god damn.
How does it withstand C4?
Well, not like he was like 3 feet away from the explosion.
Like, how much C4?
I don't know. I couldn't find the video.
That's
A dad.
just a little dab will do you.
I couldn't find the video. I just found the video of him like putting the Iron Man suit on a mannequin for display.
I saw it flying.
I didn't find that one.
It hovered for like the length of this room, maybe.
What was he? How? What was the propulsion system?
It was another video.
It was
I liked.
definitely at the bottom because there were like weird things that were like too big on his hands.
Yeah.
So it was clearly coming from like the feet, and it wobbled kind of in the air and then landed.
The
on
thing
the
I
feet.
linked was this dude who's building a flying suit that has like small jet turbines on his wrists, and then also one big one on his back.
Oh yeah.
So he like
Good shot.
balances
Well, now you
himself
have to
with
finish
the
Yeah.
with the things on his wrist to kind of hover. And he said like it's also possible to fly. He just needs to do further research into it. But yeah. So there's that shit. My favorite shit to watch from that YouTube channel Tested with Adam Savage is him just like by himself building shit.
Yeah.
It's really cozy.
Yeah,
and I
it's
love
kind
it.
of. It seems like it would be kind of therapeutic.
But I hate it whenever like
Adam Savage is it's kind of a soothing voice.
yeah.
Shout out to Adam Savage. Love
Bless
that man.
you.
I loved you in MythBusters.
You know that I theorized that him and Alton Brown would be good friends.
Oh, I think they are.
They are. Because they had a video together where they were putting together cosplay for them to go to Comic-Con together.
What?
Yeah.
What?
Yeah.
Ah!
What was the thing you theorized earlier? Because I was going to explain it to Charles, but it was about loogies.
Oh yeah, we'll get to that in a minute.
Okay.
But yeah, like it's.
Have you seen the episode of MythBusters where they test if you can cook a fucking Thanksgiving dinner, like over a car ride?
No.
They did it. It was like I think it was 60 miles, and the Alton Brown was like he set it up on the engine block, and they drove like 60 miles, and it
That's
was
all I was just gonna do.
what was it? And I'm pretty sure the cookie was the cookie the cookie was turked through.
Oh yeah, the cookie.
No, I think the turkey was cooked through, and like, yeah, it tasted a little bit like engine grease, but it was serviceable.
That's pretty good.
But yeah, like his YouTube channel is very cozy. I love it when he just builds shit. Like I found him by trying to like look up shit to help me like make model stuff. And like he since he worked in like the industry while practical effects were still a thing, he worked for fucking Industrial Light and Magic, which I didn't even know.
I think I read that somewhere.
For the people who made Star Wars. So he worked on episode 2.
Really?
Yeah.
That's my least favorite Star Wars movie. It's still a great Star Wars movie.
Now it's suddenly not impressive.
No, it does have some great effects.
He also worked in some of the Matrix movies.
Oh my god, that just reminded me of Ewan McGregor in the speeder with Mr. Sandman playing.
Yeah,
I like how I linked that, and I was like, it's me trying to fucking model shit.
yeah.
It's only my. I don't know why it's my least favorite, to be completely honest. It's just it's.
Work.
It didn't give me a full grade for it.
When I say it's my least favorite, I'm not.
Is it just of the prequels or of the entire franchise?
I think of the entire franchise.
Oh.
Wait, no. Not counting the new ones.
Not counting the Skywalker trilogy.
Yeah. I don't count them ever.
Watch like Disney in 10 years be like, yeah, those movies we made, they're not canon.
Thank you.
And then they just do 7, 8, and 9 again.
No, you're fine.
It sounds like something they would do.
Well, yeah, because if they don't do well, Disney's gonna disown them.
Yeah.
Damn.
Anyways.
Yeah, the moral of my thing was, it's really cozy to watch Adam Savage build things, and he gives like really good advice.
I feel like it would be.
It makes me want to build more shit, like just random things.
Yeah. Why don't you?
Because I don't have like woodworking tools or a bandsaw or like a lathe.
A lot of the tools he has are. It's like in that fucking. Gran Torino with Clint Eastwood, where he because so in Gran Torino, Clint Eastwood plays the Vietnam veteran.
Yeah, I know. I've seen Gran Torino.
Okay, there's a scene where the kid that he basically takes under his wing is like, dude, how'd you afford all these tools? He's like, well, I mean, a collection of tools like this, you that's my Clint Eastwood impression, everybody.
Hey, I'm Clint Eastwood.
He's like, a collection of tools like this is, it's something you build over many decades, and
I get that, but like the shit I would want to do involves like a lathe and a bandsaw and
small.
like. That's why I have model kits.
Yeah. Start a little bit bigger than that.
Bigger model kit.
Medium
like
size. Whoa.
Maybe a handsaw.
Right. Medium
Make
size.
like a chair.
That's also expensive. What is
I think we got the lead heads already.
Make like a chair.
I'm trying to look for maybe some guys with just like melee weapons.
And it's probably not as expensive as you think it is. Like it's probably not cheap, but it's probably
not expensive.
For a man that has absolutely no cash in his wallet right now.
I'm just saying, Brett.
It's a nice hobby.
Yeah,
hobbies are nice.
That's why I like building model kits.
That's the real moral of the
story.
story.
The moral of the story is hobbies are nice.
It's good to have hobbies.
Got it.
All right, so my Lubies theory.
You have a Lubies theory?
Yeah.
What'd you do with my soda, by the way?
It's right here on the floor.
Same guy from before. No.
Fucking.
That guy had a
It's good all the time in the car. I don't like this or like that. Alright, cool.
Anyways, Luby's theory.
So Luby's is fucking expensive, right?
Uh-huh.
So my theory is because their main audience is old people, they keep prices, like normal prices, high because old people get senior discounts. So with a senior discount, the prices are then like normal.
Okay.
So like normal people, so non-elderly people, normal people, I'm sorry. The old people are not normal.
That's ageist!
But like non-elderly people, Luby's is really expensive. So what people usually do is like they end up, like Sam pointed this out, people usually just end up going with their parents to Luby's. Like you don't see someone in their 20s just in a Luby's by themselves.
It's very rare.
Yeah.
I mean, I love Luby's. It's got good food.
Yeah, Luby's food is good.
I like Luby's is the cafeteria one, right?
Yeah.
I like the pie. They got great pie at Luby's.
I like pie's
pie.
I do.
I like their
great.
fish.
What's that?
I like their fish.
It's
just a fish patty, but like it tastes good.
I've been trying to convince my mom to get me like some fucking sane. To get like some fish, like some catfish. Not fish sticks, but
fillets.
Mom,
yeah.
give me the fish sticks.
Did you know that most fish in restaurants is not actually the fish it is advertised as being?
Do you like tilapia?
Yep.
Really?
Because tilapia is much cheaper, and then to keep costs down,
And most people
people
really
don't know the difference. So to keep costs down, they use like cheap ass fish like tilapia instead of like salmon.
Can you sub tilapia for salmon?
No.
No. There's a.
People just don't know the difference.
Wait, really?
Yeah.
Really?
Between. I don't know. Well, I mean, I love
You can
fish, so I
you can tell the
of
difference between
course.
salmon and tilapia just by looking at it.
Most people can't because they also bread it.
Oh.
But it's even more bright pink when you cook it.
I think salmon was a bad example, but like that's like
like trout and tilapia.
Yeah.
Yeah, like
Tuna
like
would also
more
be a
like
bad example,
exotic
'cause
fish.
Tuna is like, I still remember.
Tuna's cheap.
I still remember.
Unless you wanted like a really good fillet of yellowfin tuna.
Yeah, I still remember this time I was in Corpus
Again, it has
and went to
item in it
this.
already.
Went to this.
Really? Because during my
seafood
playthrough,
place
it did
on
on
the
some
coast.
items. I don't know if it
Like
was.
it was on the water.
No, I guess.
And
that's random. That's weird.
they sold these like tuna skewers. They were fucking delicious.
Ooh.
And
Because they were probably fresh.
yeah, well, yeah,
Wow,
it
wow,
was like bright red in the middle. Because it was rare, like a tuna, like a steak would be.
That's right.
It was fucking delicious.
Um,
But I can't stand canned tuna.
What?
Because it's gross. It's like it's gills and fins and other shit.
Canned
processed
tuna
with
is a
meat.
disgusting thing.
Isn't it the shittiest part of the fish?
Yes.
But
Yeah, you're also not supposed to feed packaged tuna to cats.
I mean, I know that one.
No, because it still has a good amount of mercury in it, to where if you feed them too much, they can't process it.
Because I remember that when I was young.
Fuck.
But I like canned.
I haven't been feeding my dog exclusively tuna,
Oh.
but there was a period because at the food bank sometimes will give me like a shitload of cans of tuna.
Big Daddy.
So my dad hasn't been eating it. My dad loves canned tuna, but only if it's canned in oil.
Okay.
No, fuck you.
No, water.
Fuck you, Zane.
Canned water. I'm sorry, but I remember one time there was a sale for like 10 cents.
Pissed off Sam.
Alright, I'm actually upset.
I feel like I'm in the middle of something I don't want to be in the middle of.
And listen, I remember it was a great sale. I bought 10 of those things, and they were all oil because I didn't read it right. And it was the most disgusting thing I've had in my mouth.
For the record, the way we're sitting, Zane is on my left and Charles is on my right. So I'm literally in the middle of them.
Anyways.
But that's just my opinion.
But the cans we had were tuna in water. So I was like, what am I gonna do with these cans of tuna?
Oh, take
And then like
Or
I opened one up and the dog came up to me.
No, let it send.
And like
take pictures of those.
all right.
So like giving it to a pet as a treat is fine. Just like not excessive amounts.
Well, I pretty much just like I didn't give it to her all at once.
Yeah.
But like one a day for a little while. I mean, until I was out, I had like 10 cans.
I think that should be fine.
Like it shouldn't kill her.
No. She might have a little tummy ache. That's about
Oh, that reminds me of a story.
I think her shits were weird for a while.
I told Charles that when I was coming one night from a party.
I'm glad you said party.
Yeah.
I was coming one night from a dog.
But that same night, you know where I come around, I told you about that dog that just eyed me because he just walks himself. I walked by in the middle of the night again, and then there's this gang of cats. Like one went out, and I was like, okay, it's a normal cat. He like looked at me and then ran by. And I was like, okay, it's just one cat. And then like four others. I was like.
There's a gang.
Did they start like snapping when they approached
Dude, I was just like,
because you know some cats have fucking thumbs.
Dude, I was scared. I was like, I don't want anything.
Look, man, I don't have the money.
Listen, man.
There's a gang of cats that lives right next door to me. Because the lady who lives at that
security
feeds them,
for some more
but doesn't let them into her house.
Yeah.
No.
So
I needed one more century.
there's a shitload of fucking.
There's just a bunch of stray cats. Did you know you're not actually supposed to feed stray cats?
Because then they'll keep coming back.
Yep. And stray cats can be really fucking dangerous.
Because
they're wild animals.
Oh. The feces spreads diseases.
Everybody knows feces spreads diseases.
This is FDA approved. Oh god. But
I have another transition to make. So we talked about fish.
Yeah.
Did you have something to talk about, Zane?
No, I was just gonna say I feel like canned tuna and oil would be better for like maybe tuna salad or something.
Yeah, you mix it with mayonnaise.
Yeah, I feel like it'd be better with that. But for me, I eat tuna straight with crackers. Well, I mix in any kind of hot sauce with salt and pepper, and then I eat it.
What you're supposed to do, Zane.
Listen,
like,
Charles.
Are you gonna inform this man how to eat?
Yes.
Charles, I will make love to you until I am right.
No.
Why?
Don't.
You made it really weird.
No, Zane, stop.
See, we just talked about tuna. You know what else is in water aside from fish? Submarines.
Brett, stop.
Go on.
Wait, go on.
Do you want to know what submarines can hold?
Sailors?
What? Sex. Oh.
Oh, fucking. That's a shit segue, Brett.
Yeah, it is.
Mechs aren't real, Brett.
You know.
Almost.
Yeah, they're getting there.
Yeah. So I watched the first season of this anime, Full Metal Panic.
Oh, okay, yeah.
I brought up a submarine because there's a special submarine in it.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Does it?
It's shaped like a whale.
Wait. I'm waiting for you to tell me it doesn't hold mechs. Like, just the ones in Gundam.
They don't hold mechs.
But
yeah.
Like the one in Full Metal Panic, it's just a submarine.
It
doesn't hold any mechs.
No.
Oh, wow.
What?
Because Sam's still playing Bioshock. He's like getting ready.
Yeah.
And I just saw the shadow of a school of fish.
Yeah.
That was impressive.
Wow.
Anyways.
So here's the basic gist of Full Metal Panic.
Full Metal Panic's the one with the soldier who protects the
mechs.
schoolgirl, right?
Yes.
Okay.
The tech decks.
The breakdown is
Did you just deck on my shoe?
Yeah, sorry.
Anyways, I'm sorry. We keep getting off topic.
the breakdown is essentially 16-year-old military man goes to protect a girl in high school.
Why is he protecting this girl?
Because there are people who think the people. It's this not a militia, like a group of mercenaries, almost like a military, but they're like they're completely freelancers, so they have no ties to anyone.
And
So they're thinking that this girl's gonna be kidnapped, and she's like one of these special people. But the anime doesn't tell you that she's special until near the end of the season.
Come on, Full Metal
But
Panic.
also, one of the first things that's said about this girl is, wow, she's so beautiful. And then once again, she's so beautiful, she's gorgeous, she's so pretty. But she's not.
I mean, she's not bad. I've seen some clips.
But like,
She's got blue hair, right?
It was infuriating to me that the anime was just like, yeah, you're gonna think this girl's beautiful because that's what everyone else thinks.
You're gonna think she's beautiful, or else.
Yeah, exactly. Exactly. It felt like I was being forced to think she was pretty. So this is that's the one I'm talking about. The one that's constantly said is pretty.
Oh, I seen her on memes. What about her?
The blue-haired one.
Yeah, I've seen him.
What about her?
That's. I was just saying, like she's not that pretty.
Yeah.
Nah,
Like,
she
there's
seems average.
even an episode where another classmate was stealing her panties because apparently that's just the thing that happens.
Yeah, you wear them on your head.
No, she was gonna sell them.
Oh, what?
Because she's the school's #1 idol. Because she's so pretty. But no one wants to be her. But she doesn't want to be anyone's girlfriend.
Wait, nobody wants to be her girlfriend?
She doesn't want to be anyone's girlfriend.
Oh, okay, sorry, I wasn't reading right. I mean,
No, he said it wrong first and then corrected himself.
But
I
yeah.
think.
But then
Maybe
like
I'm wrong.
afterwards, they don't even acknowledge that happened. Like after that episode.
like
ends.
she's just not pretty anymore.
No.
Oh.
They don't talk about the.
She
pain
was never
anymore.
pretty, see?
Yeah, she was never pretty.
Oh, I like her.
I mean, she's not
I pre-did.
terrible, but
She's not like beautiful and gorgeous like everyone wants you to
she's
think.
not.
Oh, like that one girl in Psyche K.
But yeah, that's. And she's one part of this love triangle. The other dude, the dude in the love triangle is pretty generic looking too. The man right there.
I remember him looking way cooler in the clips that I saw. Is there another guy that looks cool?
Because the way it was centered.
The girl.
I was like, that's him?
So that's the other part of the love triangle.
Oh.
The white-haired girl is the other part of the love triangle.
Oh.
The romance parts are very poorly done. The main character girl, the blue-haired girl, she's like within 3 days, she's like, oh my god, he's so awesome, like I love him. It's like it's been 3 days. What the fuck?
I've heard worse.
But then it gets even worse. And one of the episodes that I saw, they were having like a party on the ship because it was the ship's like first birthday after it's been constructed, and they didn't have any prizes. So at the last minute, the dude was like, we're gonna get a kiss from the captain. By the way, the captain is this white-haired girl. She's 16. Keep that in mind.
Why is
It's never explained.
So,
It's never explained why she's the captain.
what is with this world that a 16-year-old is a captain of a ship, and
I don't know.
is it just the real world with this weird shit?
I guess it doesn't world build.
Oh, yeah, I get that.
It doesn't explain why. It barely goes into the reasoning of why the blue-haired girl and the white-haired girl are special.
Other right.
It doesn't explain its own rules. It also
Is
just
there like
it
a
also
Redux
just,
version of this anime?
I don't know. I don't think so.
Oh, you're.
I hope
It
so.
also just throws
Yeah,
terms
you need
at
to
you
get in there.
and doesn't explain them.
Maybe it explains it better in the manga.
Maybe I don't
Yeah, I was
know.
gonna tell you there's a camera.
But like I watched this series because the mech designs
get in there
are
'cause I
awesome.
think there's some money and some other stuff in there.
Well, there's grenades too.
Here's the main one. It's called the Arbalest.
Oh wow, that's
It's really cool looking. Like look
That's
at this
actually
shit.
really cool looking.
I don't know why I can't because I'm playing like this app game and every time I see a small sword I think of a dirk. I just think it's funny. I was like, is it a dirk?
Here's another of the
It's a
good
combat knife.
the good guy team. I think these are called Gernsbacks. I don't know. They're just referred to as M9s in the anime.
That's just
That's
a Barrett
not a
50 cal.
knife. No, that's cool though.
That's just a Barrett 50 cal.
And here's what is usually the bad guy mech until like the end of the season while they upgrade. I think he's.
It looks like a frog.
Yeah, but I love him.
It's goofy looking.
It's
God damn.
goofy looking, but I love him. But like, I really like these mech designs, so that's why I watched the anime. But then like the mech fights were really boring.
Really?
They didn't do anything cool. They were just Control F soldier with mech. That's it.
What do you mean?
They were just gunfights.
Oh, okay.
I mean,
Not entertaining gunfights either.
really?
It was really mediocre overall, and I was really disappointed. Because I thought it was
Well,
going to
how
be really
many-
cool.
How many mechs were on the good guy side? Just those two?
No, they had like the one main one, and then the other one that I showed you was just like the general purpose, mass produced one.
Oh, okay.
But usually they were outnumbered.
I mean, I don't mind if the good guys are outnumbered, but like
it makes more interesting.
There was like a squad.
Yeah.
Okay.
There was one part when they were in like a Middle Eastern country that was a made up name. I forget its name. I think it was like Helm something. But
Stan. I mean, if it's a Middle Eastern country, it's probably something Stan.
I think it was Stad.
Okay, so it's probably like between like Russia and Afghanistan, probably.
Probably.
Like that would make sense to me.
But yeah, and then there was like a squad of 5 that the main boy character joined up in, and for some reason people were treating him like he was like they were being an asshole towards him.
Yeah, they were hazing him.
No, they weren't.
Really?
Like, I don't like you. I'm not going to listen to your advice, even though you literally grew up in this country and know the terrain. Yeah. And even though you're giving us advice on how to deal with this enemy, and you literally know this enemy and you fought against him before, I'm going to ignore you, because fuck you.
That's a good story.
A+ storytelling.
Yeah, it's really bad. It's pretty bad writing. But it's okay, because that entire squad dies.
Good.
Good.
Yeah, they were assholes.
Except
for this one lady. The one lady was fine.
Of course the lady was fine.
She was always fine.
55.
Oh,
wow, that's cool.
That's what I thought you meant. But yeah, like...
Really? It feels like we've been talking way longer than just an hour.
That's what happens when you sit in a comfortable place.
We're having fun.
Yeah.
But yeah, like, during that fight, like... The main character keeps getting flashbacks to shit he's never seen, which is infuriating.
How do you know he's never seen that, Brett?
Because he wasn't there for when these people died.
Yeah, I actually switched to...
He was out fighting this other group, stuck there, while this one guy took out the other squad.
Let me just get a few good ones of it.
Are you shitting me?
No. And he was like, I can't believe this happened. He was like getting flashbacks to this shit and like freezing out.
I can't believe you've done this.
Come on, Full Metal Panic, get your shit together.
I don't know if from what I understand, the next season is very comedy based. And the comedy in the show already isn't good. It tries to do slice of life, but it does it very badly. It also tries to do romance, and does romance very badly.
Yeah, this is one.
And then it does the mech stuff, and it does the mech stuff decent. Like, my favorite part was the military stuff. If it focused more on the military side of it, it would have been much better. Instead of like trying to blend these genres. That
like I understand, like I totally get the premise of military dude has to protect this girl.
Yeah, it's just
because she's like some kind of special, like she's got this special like precognitive ability that'll make her a great mech pilot.
What it was she's part of something called the Whispereds, which they've been infused in their brain like before birth. With this knowledge of something called black technology that's like way further advanced than what they actually have.
Huh? No, I don't think so.
Yeah, it's not
Wakanda forever.
It's not explained how she knows this.
Okay, that was a great fucking joke. Come on.
Wait, what'd you say?
Because he said it was black technology, so I said Wakanda forever.
Stop.
That was bad. I know. I'm sorry.
Yeah, it's never explained how the blue-haired girl or the white-haired girl knows about this shit, or like their background. It's just, accept this. This is what's happening, accept this.
That's what I've been doing on my playthrough.
Yeah, that's dumb.
It was very disappointing. And it's a shit. I don't know like if things get better in the other seasons. I do not want to watch the second season because from what I've read, it's a comedy-based season, and I really dislike the comedy. The comedy is very like basic, bare bones anime comedy.
But as far as like the whole like running, military guy has to protect this girl. First of all, he shouldn't be 16. He should be at least like 20.
But how is he gonna blend into the same school and get into wacky hijinks?
That's the thing. He shouldn't be going to her school. He should be bringing her to like the military base and shit.
Like the noise you made.
Me, really?
That's what he eventually does at the end of the season.
That should have been the first thing he did.
I'm gonna try to get to like 200 people.
But they weren't.
But then
she wasn't supposed to know she was being protected for some reason.
So he's got to get her to the military base so that they can protect her. But along the way, these guys are trying to kill her, and so they keep.
Oh, that's another issue. The main villain of the season. There's no explanation of why he's like this, or why his thought processes are like this, or his motivations. He's just bad, evil man that likes to kill.
I think we're gonna turn this episode into a retroactively better written Full Metal Panic.
Yeah, it's been done better. It's called Gundam.
Yeah. So the reason the bad guy, like in my rewrite, the reason the bad guy is like that is because,
Let me give you an example of some of the stupid shit.
Let me finish this thought before it goes away. The reason he's like that is because he's afraid of her knowledge of the black technology.
Well, see, in the show, he wants to use her to know the black technology. So you are all to that. But they completely forget it. They do one of those Araki forgot moments, but the writer forgot that that's what this girl was used for. Because they never bring that up again with that guy.
Anyways, what were you gonna say?
So he hijacks a plane. Like, they're going on a school trip to Okinawa.
He hijacks a plane.
He hijacks a plane. The first thing he does,
kills
one of the pilots.
What is this, pre-9/11?
He
kills a pilot?
He kills a pilot.
The main guy?
No. The bad guy.
Okay,
the bad guy kills a pilot. And my brain is just like, why? You just made the other pilot's job harder.
I mean, you only really need one pilot.
He was about to kill the second pilot, too!
Okay, well, he's just
he was like, I've always wanted to fly a plane.
Well, let's see if I can do it.
That's literally what he was doing. He was like, haha, I wonder if I can do this. Let's check this out. And then a background character that I thought was going to be more prevalent was like, dude, stop. You need him to pilot the plane. Otherwise, you can't handle the hostages and do all the other shit. He was like, yeah, you're right. I won't kill him. But then that guy fucking disappears. After that set of episodes. It's like, cool, alright. It would have been cool for him to have a level-headed friend to bounce ideas off of. That would have been a cool dynamic. But no, it's just a crazy man.
Yeah.
Wow, that's wacky.
It just sounds dumb.
No, I just remember the last part. It's like
sounds really dumb.
Talk, that's heavy.
We'll talk, that's heavy.
Yeah, it was really underwhelming, and I'm really disappointed because the mech designs are awesome.
Yeah, the ones you showed me were pretty cool.
The Arbalest design is fucking cool. It also has a thing it does where it has these plates on the side of what looks like a mouth, and a knife straps in there, so it looks like it's holding a knife in its teeth, and it looks really cool.
That's actually, that's pretty cool.
It even had some great ideas for the mech stuff, but again...
What do you, explain?
They had this thing called the Lambda Driver, which turns things that you believe, if you think hard enough... It sounds really fucking stupid, but with enough, redoing, it sounds really cool. If you, put enough thought process and effort into doing it, nothing can pierce this armor, then, any bullet or anything that comes towards you won't do anything to you.
You would need to do some new type shit.
Exactly. That's why I liked it, because it was psycho-frame shit.
Yeah.
And, to combat that, you need another Lambda Driver, and that's what they did. They're like, this bullet will pierce through.
When you say Lambda Driver, is the Lambda Driver a person?
No.
Or it's
a thing inside the mech.
Okay. Like a computer driver.
Yeah.
Okay, cool. I got you.
And the Arbalest has one of these things as a Lambda Driver, and so when it activates the Lambda Driver, it actually gets cooler. Its shoulders open up, and this cooling fin pops out.
20% cooler.
All right, nice My Little Pony game. But anyways, the shoulder fins, the shoulders open up, and a fin pops out, and 4 small fins pop out of the back, and it looks more streamlined, and it's cool.
Nice.
It looks cool. And then it's this bullet will pierce through his armor and destroy him. And it's it happens. But because the writers don't know how to make new bad guys, the bad guy survives every fucking time that happens. Up until the last episode of the season where where the bad guy blows himself up.
So are they fighting the government?
No, this is a separate... It's never explained why why the bad guy is doing these things.
So my whole thing, I would definitely expand the bad guy organization.
I would expand all of the organizations, because in the last few episodes,
specifically for season 1, you know, you don't want
Yeah. Because I don't know what happens in the rest. I'm not gonna watch the rest. I was bored with it. I'm not gonna watch the rest.
like you don't want to tackle too much in one season.
Okay, yeah. But what I was gonna, okay, that could work. Like expand more on like the main people and then also the bad guy.
The good
Explain
guy,
some motivations.
the good guys, and then you've got the bad guy organization, and like there's like a shadowy leader for the bad guy organization, and the bad guy, the crazy man, is not the leader. He's like
He's just a workhorse.
He's maybe second in command, but he's not. He's got someone to rein him in.
Yeah.
So he's not completely fucking crazy.
That would have helped the series a lot.
And then what you do is you make it so that crazy man's killable, and
they're
then,
still a threat.
Yeah, and you don't have to kill him right away. You know, he can survive a couple times.
Yeah.
But he's got to die eventually.
So there's a part where the bad guy leads some people to capture this U.S. military base.
Just real quick, that's actually one thing I loved about Unicorn was that, I mean, I loved and hated it at the same time, but not everyone was safe in Unicorn.
Yeah.
And that's like what was the chick who during the her Gundam looked like a dragon?
Iori?
No, maybe.
The one Banajir couldn't save
Yes.
because she was like fighting for her parents' behalf.
Yeah.
Yeah, I was really. I'm not gonna lie. I almost cried.
I forget her name, and I feel bad.
It feels bad.
Sam just said Iori, right?
No, that's from Build Fighters.
Sam with the.
There can be other people named Iori.
I thought her name was Iori for some reason.
Anyways.
Yeah, I know who you're talking about.
That was good because, you know, first of all, Banajir can't save everyone.
Yeah.
And not everyone, you know, people are gonna die. It's war.
Yeah. It's good writing.
It's good writing.
Yeah. During that final bit of Full Metal Panic, the bad guy captured this U.S. military base that has like shit tons of nerve gas for some reason.
I mean, that's understandable, actually. There's an army base not too far from San Antonio that's got a shitload of.
You mean not too far from
Really? We can't even say that. I mean, I don't know it's got nerve gas, but I'm like, there's most armories have.
This is also a dangerous thing to talk about, just in general. But
hey
yeah.
guys, and armories have. Anyways.
Yeah, like this place had nerve gas, and like the people, the military, or the militia organization. I'm just gonna call them militia because fuck it. The mercenary.
Does it not have a name?
It does. It's Mithril.
It's called Mithril.
Okay. So Mithril can't like just send a missile from its submarine and blow it up. So they release the nerve gas. So while they're waiting to get to the shoreline to like release their mechs and have a strike team go at it, the U.S. sends their own strike team and gets fucking obliterated.
Way to go.
It's because the bad guy has the Lambda driver, and nothing could like pierce that except another Lambda driver.
Alright, I'll
allow it.
I'll allow it.
I'll give it that one. At least it's. Does the U.S. not have its own Lambda drivers?
No.
Why not?
Because it's black technology. It's advanced and not that very commonplace.
But America's got damn near the most advanced military in the world. You would think we would have something like that.
Nah, we're gonna finish talking about this and then.
I know. I'm just saying you're at 110.
Yeah.
Hey, not bad.
Well, we've gone longer. We've almost gone 2 hour episodes.
I know. I'm just checking the time. Damn.
Yeah. Yeah, Brett.
Damn, bitch.
You look good while checking
You
the
look
time.
like this. But yeah, like, and then like after the Mithril like beats the bad guy just surrenders for some reason. And they think, yeah, let's take the bad guy and his mech on the same submarine. That's a smart idea.
Absolutely. Why wouldn't you?
Why wouldn't you? Yeah, exactly.
I'm a genius.
Oh no. And then like
I'm a genius. No, the plan was well calculated. They're just bad at math.
Yeah. And then like one of the people from Mithril has to go and like talk it over with the U.S. Navy. Be like, yeah, this is what happened. Blah 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 blah. Here's what's gonna happen. That's
understandable.
Yeah, that's understandable.
If a foreign military is operating on U.S. soil, we're gonna want to ask some questions.
Yeah, no, that was actually really well done.
I usually don't like
the
it when
military stuff was really well done.
I usually don't like it when
Yes.
action series gets too political, which I think is one of the reasons I didn't like episode 2 very much, because it was pretty much all about
Politics.
the politics of the war.
The galactic
I guess there's a first aid.
Yeah.
Yeah. I got one.
And
I was like, you would not know that.
and then because like episode 1 was all about,
just
first of all, it was all about setting up the trilogy, but it was also about protecting Amidala and liberating Naboo.
The entire prequel trilogy is very politically.
Well, yeah, it's very politically driven, but it didn't really focus on the politics. Like there's a little bit of like, oh hey, the Trade Federation doesn't like what Naboo is doing, so they're gonna blockade the planet. But then and I get that episode 2 was setting up the Clone Wars, but episode 3 was all about finishing the Clone Wars, and I guess there was still some politics, but
making the Galactic Senate the Empire.
Yeah, and it just, I don't know, it just seemed.
But yeah, so while that's happening, for some reason on Mithril's sub, one of the people just decides to betray Mithril.
Was it?
It was not built up. It was just like, hey, I'm one of the guards. Hey, you're also one of the guards. Bang, you're dead. Cool, you're free now. I'm gonna join your side.
Sometimes that can work, but
if done correctly, this was not done correctly. There were more people that also joined his side, but it wasn't explained why. It was just, hey, I'm on your side now. And then, the bad guy has, I had this disc that corrupts the AI of your submarine, so listen to me only.
but the people aren't AI, what the fuck?
Yeah, and it's like, you only have, not including yourself, 3 followers. Yeah. What's stopping everyone else on the submarine to fucking...
Did the submarine not have an armory?
No, to be fair, he was like, as soon as he got to the bridge, he was like, let's corrupt this AI, not only listen to me. Fire drill, put everyone into one place so they can't fucking come at me. It's like, alright, that's smart.
Alright, I'll give
you that.
Alright.
Yeah. But, then, he's free, he's on the ship, and, sooner or later, they pull some shenanigans, oh, hey, the submarine is also powered by this thing that can, mentally connect with, Whispered, so we need special protagonist girl, blue hair, she's a Whispered, by the way, so she can telepathically communicate with the captain. That's all the explanation we're gonna get.
God damn it. That actually got me a little bit.
Yeah, she's gonna go and control the ship for us.
I think that's it.
So she goes and controls the ships, and the bad guy escapes, and he's like, "Oh, cool! I'm heading to the hangar because that's where my mech is. Because these people are fucking stupid and didn't put the mech in a separate area from me.
At the very least, disable the damn thing.
Exactly. Even when you come back, they're gonna be hunting you down
it's like there's no way of it turning on by itself. But we're not gonna make sure it's not powered or set the power supply or anything. We're just gonna let it sit there.
You activated this place and look, watch, I'm gonna go see if it smells her. Now watch.
I'm just imagining they've got the mech in the hangar.
Yeah.
And
now they're gonna be
the lights are on and the radio's playing.
The keys are still in the ignition.
And fucking Carry On My Wayward Son is playing.
Blaring.
The main guy walks in and there's the mechanic character, because of course you gotta have one of those. Do they have one of those?
Wait, isn't it?
Bullshit.
What?
And he just looks at him, because the mechanic character's
the lights are flashing.
The mechanic character's just leaning back in his chair, jamming out to fucking... Who does Wayward Son? What is it? Guns N' Roses? No, it's not Guns N' Roses.
Carry On My Wayward
Yeah, who does that?
I don't know.
Give me back my phone.
Anyways, he's just rocking out to fucking Carry On My Wayward Son. And the main guy's like, dude, what are you doing?
Should we turn that off and disconnect the power supply? Why?
Why?
No, that's what he's doing to sap the power supply.
Oh.
Like a fucking
to
truck.
kill the battery? Yeah.
Kansas. I'm sorry, Kansas. I'm not good with band names.
Yeah, like the bad guy escapes, gets in his mech, and the good guy gets in his own mech, and they fight in the hangar for some reason. And then like,
how big is this submarine?
It's really big, but the hangar isn't.
I guess they're like grappling or something.
Yeah. Well, first they're like knife fighting, and then the bad guy's like, haha, I'm gonna grapple you. Self-destruct activate. Haha, now what?
I'm gonna grab you.
I'm gonna grab you. So he grabs him, and then like, because the love interest blue hair girl is like still in control of the sub, she's like, alright, cool. Get them on this, they're on this platform. She's like, alright, cool, I'm gonna lift this platform up, get you on the flight deck, and then you can push them off. And it works.
Are they? I take it they're not underwater.
They are. Oh, no, they weren't. They weren't at that point.
Okay, so they're just...
Because they're also...
Wait a minute, flight deck? What is this, an underwater aircraft carrier?
Yeah.
Underwater tech deck.
Underwater tech deck. By the way...
That's weird.
By the way, for some reason, the U.S. Navy submarine decided to just start opening fire on this... No. The bad guy was like, I'm gonna cause trouble for this mercenary group. Hey, AI lady, shoot a torpedo at that U.S. Navy cruiser.
I mean, so yeah, of course the U.S. they're...
That's why they attacked, and like that's why they surfaced, because they had to get out of the way of the torpedo.
That makes sense.
Torpedo.
It's fine. It's just it was very obvious because
Yeah.
they set up as like, hey, there's a U.S. destroyer over here, like in range of this submarine. Guess what's gonna happen, guys? You'll never guess.
What?
You gotta guess.
No.
Self-destruct. I heard that part.
Yeah, like the ending fight scene was very boring. It was just like the dude essentially going like scraping along with his one foot to push him like closer to the edge. And like my thinking was, okay, he's grappled like if you're grappling someone chest to chest, so their arms like wrapped underneath your armpits to where you can't move. My thought was like, all right, they've already shown that these mechs can like purge the limbs. So my thinking was like
The what?
the purge the limbs. So like just
just detach the
yeah, just detach limbs. So my thing was like, all right, cool. So here's what should happen. He's gonna decouple the shoulders, releasing the arms, so he doesn't have anything to grab anymore. Then he's gonna do like a flip with this, like stomping down on the ground to flip himself backwards, and the other guy's gonna go flying off. That would've been cool.
Sounds cool. What they do?
Was
So what happened was.
So
what happened was.
he scoots himself backwards. Scoots. I don't know why I said it like that. He scoots himself backwards with his one foot, and once he gets like closer to the edge, he does something similar to what I had in mind. He leaps, and for some reason the bad guy lets go. And the good guy's like, all right, cool. I got a grappling hook. I'm just gonna grapple onto this boat, and I'm good.
He's like, I don't want.
Come on, Full Metal Panic.
That's it. That's how it ends. That's how the bad guy dies.
What?
We're writing a better series. And we're fucking like we got nothing. Like we're not fucking.
We got nothing. We got nothing to lose.
It's true.
We're not professional writers.
We just don't.
It's not hard.
We're not mangakas.
It's.
You are. I'm sorry. You weren't in this room.
I'm going to be maybe soon.
Maybe.
It's not hard to write
Shut
a
up.
decent fucking series.
My thing is why I think it failed. It tried too hard to mix different genres.
Is Full Metal Panic just considered bad, or is it just your opinion?
That's just my opinion. People like I looked it up and I was like, "Is this series good?" People were like, "Yeah, it's pretty good."
I can listen.
People were like, "I love the second season. It's so funny and hilarious because it's a comedy-based season." But like, I really didn't like the comedy of the first season, so why would I watch the second season that's entirely comedy-based?
The thing is, in an action series,
buy some more
first of all, you don't want an entire
for,
season that changes it from an action show to a comedy show.
It was an action show. It was a slice of life romance comedy genre.
to like max it out.
Now do you see the problem?
Just take those back now. So
Yeah, none of those mesh.
Slice of life and romance and comedy. All right, yeah.
Wow, what did
Once you throw the mech military thing in there,
Here's all
No.
the money you spent. Here's some extra.
You just, well, I mean,
Cut.
you can have a
a slice of a
I think
romantic
that's
military
it.
mech.
Military, yeah.
You can have a slice of life.
No, you
military
can
mech.
have a romantic, funny mecha show,
Oh yeah.
but it's not
Right,
slice of
pictures
life
of the
because
bouncers in
it's
there.
a military
That is-
thing. Slice of life is like what we're fucking doing right now. Military is not slice of life. It's not a normal human living situation. It's not a slice of life.
It mixes too many genres, and the writer obviously could not handle that many genres.
Wow.
Sorry. Like,
I will say that one of the other female mains. Well, she's not a main. She's like a secondary character.
Anyway,
she's part of the militia.
Uh-huh.
She's really fucking cute. I love her
Which one?
design.
I like how you said that.
Real fucking
She's real fucking cute.
Let me see.
Oh my god, you can zoom in.
I think her name was Melissa Mao.
Is that a free?
I'll see if I can pull up a picture of her real quick.
Oh shit. I don't know. Yeah,
But
take
yeah,
a lot of those.
writing is not that. Okay, that's not true.
I know how to write, I just
Look
don't
at
know
her.
how to write.
She's cute.
Oh, fun. I get
She's
that.
a cute.
Hell yeah.
She looks like Naoto, but all grown up.
She looks
Yeah.
kind of like the Major. A little
Yeah. Which, it's a good design. It's just too bad she's relegated to a background character, essentially.
bit. Like, she should have been the romantic interest for the main military
I
guy.
had to locate these.
There's
No,
like
hold on.
age
I like
him
how you
up.
haven't
Yeah.
Age him up, and then, like I said, because the main guy should have been like in his 20s. But
Yeah.
he still has to protect like this 16-year-old girl, and maybe she develops a crush on him, and he's got to like let her down gently.
What was
He's
that
like, nah,
one
you're a little too
movie?
young for me.
I think with like
Ow. Ow.
it was some.
Ow.
Why are you looking at me?
Because I thought you were looking at me because I was like, the 20-year-old
Wasn't-
guy's romancing a 16-year. Like
No.
she gets a crush on him.
Wasn't there a movie? I want to say Big Mom's House, where it had a similar premise to that, where some dude has to protect children.
I'll just stop.
No,
I know Kindergarten
Vin,
Cop is.
Vin Diesel. Are you talking about the Vin Diesel one? It's not Big Mama's house. That's
That's
a
the
fucking
pacifier.
yes, the pacifier.
Yeah.
I
And
don't
there's
think-
also
I don't think-
Kindergarten Cop.
I don't think any of the kids developed a crush on Vin Diesel's character.
That'd be weird. But yeah, like that concept.
Well,
was
because I
done
think the
before
oldest
as
one
a
was like
comedy.
12.
Wow, Brett, what's wrong with Vin Diesel?
He's a bad actor.
That's
Wow,
That's not nice.
throwing shade at Vin Diesel.
I'll die on that hill.
I
The only
I don't
role,
think he's
the
that
only
bad.
role he was good
He
in
was good. He was good in the pacifier.
He was good in the Iron Giant as a robot.
He did good as Groot.
By saying only one line.
Yes, because he said it in multiple languages, Brett.
I don't.
Stop
I
that,
honestly
you're right.
do not have a problem.
Yeah,
with
stop that.
I just think he plays all the same roles and all this. And
Yeah, right.
Oh, he doesn't have a lot of range. That's
He has
for damn
no
sure.
range at all.
We were trying to
But-
hack that stupid machine. That's what
When
we
he's
stopped.
within his range.
That's right.
A robot.
Yeah.
But yeah, like that's. I don't even. The only like genre that doesn't fit is the slice of life part. And you know what? That's not even really true. Cause like the military guy, he's protecting the 16-year-old girl. So
He's a military guy.
and she's been living a normal life so far. She's not fucking part of the military. And so he's like trying to give her some semblance of a normal life while she's under his protection. So like there's maybe there's an episode where they go like the mall or something and he's got to fight off assassins or so like you can make it work.
You can make it work. This writer could. There was also a lot of feelings of me being uncomfortable where they're like, haha, panty shot, panty shot, panty shot, she's 16.
Well, I mean the demo is like 15, like
I know.
you're older than the demographic, Brett.
But like
That's
that's not the worst part. The worst part
There's a
is,
reason that the military guy is 16,
the
which
worst
should not
part
be
is
a thing.
the worst part is that thing, the celebration I was talking about, the 1 year birthday of the ship.
Uh-huh.
They're having a bingo and like they didn't have any prizes. So what the perverted other guy side character
Oh, kiss
did,
from the main girl.
kiss from the captain,
Oh,
who's also 16.
Well, I mean, first of all, why is the 16-year-old the captain of a ship?
It's
Second.
never explained. Also, that wasn't even it. He was like, well, you can give us a kiss or give us your favorite panties. And I was like, she's 16.
How old's the perverted guy?
In his 20s. He's an adult.
Come on, guy.
And this is for all the other people on the ship, which are also adults.
Did the other people on the ship agree?
Yes.
Come on, dudes.
Everyone was excited about that.
That's. It's not.
Hey Charles,
What?
have you got started in that one series I recommended to you?
No, I forgot what it was called.
It's called Blood Blockade Battlefront,
Okay.
Or if you want to be douchey about it, Kenkai Sensen.
Shut the fuck up.
I hate those.
Don't you fucking bring that shit.
But no, you should watch it because
That's
you
the one
listen
that's
to
set
the
in New York,
soundtrack.
right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's really cool. Have you watched it?
I haven't even heard of it.
It looks.
Do you want to
I
watch
saw
the
a trailer and it looks pretty decent.
Sure, later.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. No,
Not on because it's like probably you want to get copyright struck.
Yeah, I know. Yeah, after plus we're gonna show you that one clip of what happened earlier.
It was great.
I just
What?
thought it was just
There's a
dirty.
thing that happened in that game. No, it was fantastic.
Oh yeah.
Yeah,
that was great.
That series is good because literally I feel like the anime. I don't know if any of you watched it, but the anime it runs smoothly, but like most things, it feels kind of rushed at the end because they give you all this information, but
Their pacing.
Yeah, their pacing was kind of bad towards the end. But I can't forgive them, but I kind of can because they explain it more in the second season. They're like, we're sorry we messed up on the ending of the first season, but here's the rest of the information, and it's like
Let's just front load it this time.
it's like
Which
well,
which
actually,
would
the
you
pacing's
prefer?
not bad because the
I
second
would prefer it to be spread out through the
Well,
entire
like if you had to pick, one.
Oh, for definitely be at the beginning.
Yeah.
Actually, no. In the middle.
because
if I've started a new thing where if an anime doesn't catch me within the first 10 episodes, I'm done.
Well,
Yeah.
you know the rule is, as a general rule, it's supposed to be 3 episodes.
Yeah, I saw a thing and it was like showing your friends JoJo, and the guy got through part 1 and he was like, "This is kind of boring and not that funny." And he's just like, "No, dude, you gotta get to part 2." He's like, "Look, if I don't like the show in 10 episodes, then I stop the show." And he's like, "Just please watch."
We
at
can't do
least-"
that with JoJo because
Yeah, I
JoJo
know.
is a different show with each part.
It just reminded me of that.
But,
I was like, okay.
The rule is generally 3 episodes. But
My rule was always 5.
Well, no, like most people, it's if it doesn't grab you in the first 3 episodes.
I feel like it's still too early. Things are still being set up in the first 3
I feel
episodes.
Well, there's definitely some.
I'll
A
watch
bad
something.
anime is gonna be a bad anime, pretty much throughout. So like,
That's why I give it 10. That gives me a good range.
Listen,
But
I'll watch an anime just as
I mean,
long
most
as you
anime
don't.
are 12 episodes. If you give it 10 episodes, it's most of this fucking
Most
series.
of the ones that I've seen are like 20.
Yeah, well, okay, so generalized are like 24 episodes,
Yeah.
but short series are like 13.
If it's a short series, I'll probably watch like 7 or half.
Yeah, then you'll probably stop halfway through. I'll watch any anime you recommend to me, just as long as you just tell me once, because if you keep bombarding me with like trying to watch again, I'll just lose like interest in it. But that's just me. I'll watch anything basically, other than that. But yeah, that anime has a great sound.
Yeah, it's
soundtrack.
pretty jazzy.
It's really fucking good.
Jazz.
Yeah.
Jazzy.
I
Plus
do
it's New
like
York.
jazz.
It's New York.
Yeah, I'll show you. I'll play some
That was more-
music
that was
for
more
you
New
next,
Jersey.
after this podcast.
A little bit.
What time is it?
I think it's time to end the podcast.
It's time to.
Is it?
What do you fellas think?
You
All right, yeah, let's peel
you
away
have
these
to get up
topics.
and do it yourself because I'm not touching your computer.
You're not
Yeah.
touching my computer.
You're not touching me.
I'm not touching your computer.
I think we're gonna do a full better written for Full Metal Panic because
We
I
don't
like.
have to.
What's that?
We don't have to.
No, I kind of want to.
Just make it Gundam and it's good.
I mean, kind of.
Alright, everybody. Thank you for
Alright,
joining us.
we'll just write our own Gundam series.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Thank you for joining us, everyone.
All right, take care.